Good evening, everybody. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m. It is Wednesday night, so that means we've got another bad net for VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign to VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. The club holds this net every Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m. on 146675. Negative offset, 91.5 access tone. And you'll catch us here every Wednesday night. We're also doing a live stream on YouTube via Dippy TV. Okay, currently at Fairyland, the temperature is 16.9 degrees outside, 36% humidity, and 0 wind speed with 0.3 gust. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta. Now listening for any call-ins, VK4BAD. Okay, looks like it's going to be a slow sort of a night tonight. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Now listening for any more call-ins or any call-ins, VK4BAD.
VK4BAD, VK4FAX running late. I'm domestic John tonight. VK4 Echo Mike.
Okay, we got two to start off with at the present time. VK4FAX Don in Toowoomba, and VK4 Echo Mike Merv in Pittswood area. Anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD? Oh, it's definitely going to be a quick one tonight if no one else comes on. Not a problem on that one. Another call before we start the first round. It's going to be a quick one if no one else calls in. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta now listening.
VK4 Hotel Lima Romeo, Gary.
Okay, we got one extra one there. We got VK4 Hotel Lima Romeo, HLR, out at Wondai. Okay, good evening there, Russell. Anyone else want to join the net before we start the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, looks like we're going to be missing a few of the normal ones. Not a problem. Oh, well, they might call in a little bit later on beforehand. Okay, we've got, as stands at the moment, VK4FAX Don, VK4 Echo Mike, Merv, and VK4 HLR Russell in Wondai. Okay, does anyone else want to join the net before we fire off? VK4BAD. Okay, no one else at the present. Oh, anything interesting on the idiot box tonight? Can't be the soccer. It's all finished. Oh, okay. Anyway, with that one there. Good evening there, fellas. VK4 FAX. Over to you there, Don, and you pass it on to Merv. Merv pass it on to Russell. VK4 FAX, VK4BAD.
VK4BAD. I'll just break in case that was somebody else trying to get in. Yeah, thought I might have been doubling there, but anyway, sorry if we are. Yeah, good evening, Gary, Merv and Russell. Yeah, domestic duties at the moment are curtailing my activities. Leslie had that second eye operation on Tuesday, so I'm sort of what do they call it? The old dishwasher or what have you, and Dr. Dawn as well, putting the drops in her eyes, etc., etc. Anyway, all good. She'll be able to see right through me when she gets over it all. New set of glasses, etc. once they all settle down in about 6 weeks. And talking to a plasterer mate of mine, he said that he had his done a couple of years ago, and he came home and he said to his wife, "Turn the lights off." And she said, "They're not on." He was seeing so much more after having those cataracts removed. He thought that, that the lights were on. So it's just amazing. And Leslie says the same thing. She says it's just, I noticed for a couple of years now, she's always got the lights on inside the house. And it's obviously, it's a problem with cataracts. What else do I report? Not a lot. No more ideas about what's happened to Kurt. KRS, I'm just assuming he may have had a medical episode while walking to church or coming home or something on Sunday. But anyway, that will all come out in the wash eventually. I'll put it over there to you, Merv, in case you know something more. VK4EM with the group VK4FAX. Merv in Pittsburgh.
Okay, very good. Good evening, gentlemen. VK4FAX in the group, VK4 Echo Mike. No, I don't know anything along those lines, Don. I can't help you. I did put his name in the system this morning. I thought, I'll be smart, I'll put his name in the system and I'll be able to get his brother's call sign and everything. And on the first page, I got 349, I think it was, people with the same name, and there was 5 pages. So very, very popular, the name. And one of the oil companies I used to do a lot of work for, the manager of that, he had he was an American gentleman, and his name was close to that as well. So no, haven't heard anything. Maybe Kurt, tripped over something on going home or going there or whatever. I was up there with him a while ago and we were out the front and he had some sort of sandals on and he didn't have them done up and he was falling out of them and, just about falling over then. I told him before he went back inside he better do them up. But he said, well, you mind your business and I'll mind mine. Well, not really, but something like that. Okay. Well, I have a question for you tonight. What do you know about the law? There's a 100-acre block of land near me here, and there's a lady that's bought on it, and I think she bought 5 acres of it or 10 acres of it. I think it was 5 acres. Anyway, and the place that I'm talking about, it's got a house and all on it, and it's been rented out at the moment, so it's always rented out. So one lady went to see the owner because she'd like the, slashed around the fence line. The grass in the paddock there's probably just ready to explode and about 1 metre high. And the lady that owns the place had told the other lady who went to ask her to take a hop, skip and a jump. So I wonder whether, can you pressure these people to do anything? I don't think, just running a slash around the fence line would be much help anyway. Because when we had the fire here, it jumped the road, and the road was, two-way road, not very wide, but still two-way road, and fairly clean on both sides, and the fire jumped that and jumped into the paddock behind us, and, the flames, the fireballs came right up into our place here. But they're all talking about getting prepared for the oncoming fires that we're going to have this summer and next summer. So that's not a very good prediction, is it? They said, make sure you got hoses on each tap long enough to, reach wherever you have to. Anyway, I just thought I'd ask. How you going, old mate Russell? VK4HLR, VK4 Echo Mike in the group.
VK4 Echo Mike, VK4HLR in the group. Yeah, no, that's interesting, Bert. I thought you had to be responsible for everything right up to your fence line all the way around. At least a meter in the other side. But honestly, I don't know whether that landlord owns that place, knows anything about the law, I don't think, because, if there's a bushfire, mate, the place is going to go up and the grass is that torn and dry. But, mate, you'll have fireballs everywhere. Anyway, getting back to Dawn, I know what you're doing, mate. I know what you feel because Pat had hers cataracts removed up in Toowoomba. And it was about a couple of weeks, 4 weeks after she had the first one, she went and had the second one done. And I said, what are you wearing your glasses for? So I said, you don't have to wear them, You've had your eyes done, you should have perfect sight. Now, that means every morning she get up, put her glasses on. But it's like a bad habit. I'll keep telling her you don't need them. You don't need them. But, I gave up in the end, mate. Another thing I also like to bring to all your attention is I was in my next-door neighbour's place this morning and watching the big screen, and it came up on the big screen that I knew that in England, over 70s or over, you have to take a driving test every year. But my brother is 83, and they come around and took his license off of him. And they said, you got to go for a test. So he went for the test, and he failed it. And he said, well, what do you fail me for? Oh, all this. I said, she said, no, but look, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And he said, besides this car should not be on the road. He said, every time he puts a clutch in, you have to put his foot behind it to pull it back out again. But now it looks like we are on the news there. Queensland thinking about penalising the bloody pensioners again. Over. Oh, put it back, sorry. Put it back to you, Gary. VK4 VAD VK4HLR in the group.
VK4BAD returning. Before I continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? Go ahead. Okay, as I said, it's going to be a pretty quick one tonight. Not too many on. Okay, there's only 4 of us up. I wonder what's on the idiot box tonight. Okay. Okay, on your dishpan hands there, Don. Well. You're not Robinson Crusoe in that one there, hi. And, yeah, okay, Merv, well, as it stands, the property owner, for what the new regulations are nowadays, the property owner, has the responsibility of a 20-metre strip around the boundary line or fence line as a fire break. That's the go which I heard of and got to deal with. They did increase it. It just I did only have to do 3 runs around. That was 10 metres on around, but they doubled the width of the fire breaks a couple of years ago. So it's a 20-metre run around the property. I don't know about the renters or that. Usually if you're renting, you're doing your own property, what you rent. So I assume it's up to the lady who's renting. To be honest, I don't think. I don't think the actual owner has it. I don't know. I won't go into it. But I do know that it's 20 metres wide. The fire breaks have got to be nowadays. Okay, with that lot there, and good to hear you're in there, Russell. As I said, I don't know where everybody else is tonight, but you never know. There must be something happening. Stand by. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta returning. Okay, to keep you up to date with what's been happening around this way, as some are aware of, I'm been pretty on the busy side around here. I'm making new antennas for the HF side of things, and so I'm in the process of repairing or renewing my inverted V. I'm doing a 8-band inverted V fan antenna. So there's 8 legs coming off the center point. That'll give me all the bands which I require, from 160 up to 6 meters. Okay, another one which is in the works at the moment is I got a message there the other day from the Chinchilla Scout group asking was I able to do Jota Jotai this year, and so I'm in the process of that. The new HF radio, which is coming in Friday's mail, I'll be actually taking that with me. So I'll have HF. One of the new antennas have finished by then. So so I will have all the bands which are for it. So I'll be at Chinchilla. I'll be taking UHF, VHF, and HF with me. I'm hoping to have all the links up and running before then. It is in the later part of October. So I should have all the links operational standby. VK4BAD returning. So I should have all the links up and operational on the repeater for the C4FM and the Echo link up and running well and truly before then. I do have 2 boxes. I'll get one out if I can. Show the camera. Which one's this one? Okay. That one there is for the. This one is getting done. As you can see, it's got pieces in there which I've got to work on at the moment. That one there is for the Echo link. That's actually for the earth looping and all the other bits and pieces. And I'll grab the other box. This one here. The guys who are watching. This one's for. This one is for the actual between the radio and the mixer and all that for so I could actually hardwire the radios up into the mixing panel. Okay, so if you're watching the YouTube live stream, or you're watching a repeat of it, you will see what I just showed the guys who are watching it live. As far as I can see, there's 23 people watching at the moment on the live stream. They're probably all sitting back waiting there, not on here. Okay, other than that, that's what's happening around this way for which is planned for, as I said, October is Jota Jotai. I will have HF, VHF, and UHF radios with me, and as I said, the links and all that should be up, so I could utilise the C4FM and the Echo link standby. So I could utilise the Echo link and the C4FM for the other scouting movements, which will be also on those as well. So I think it's the 20th or somewhere around that area of October I've got the date and all that written down on my phone, but I haven't got it in front of me at the present time, so I can't really say exactly what date it is at the moment. But I do have it on my phone, the date of when it's going to be on the weekend. It's a Saturday and Sunday run. Okay, that's the end of the first round and the club information. For the next club meeting is in November. The third, we have changed our meeting day for the next meeting due to our meetings have been clashing with contest weekends. The next meeting would have clashed with another contest weekend. So we have now, for next meeting, so the next meeting's in November, but that will be the third Saturday of the month instead of the second Saturday of the month. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta. Before we start the second round, does there anyone else want to join the net? This is VK4BAD listening. Okay, as I said, there must be something interesting on the Idiot Box tonight. I know it was 8:30 when some others do have them, fires up, but don't ask me what happens on a Wednesday night. We're down a few compared to normal. Anyway, with that one there, VK4 FAX, over to you there, Don, VK4BAD.
VK4BAD with the group VK4FAX. Yeah, very quiet this evening. Everyone must be busy. Just with the fire breaks, etc. Those 20-metre or 10-metre breaks are only good if it's a slow burn. If you've got one of those fast burns where the fire is creating its own wind force and it's sending cinders everywhere. Wouldn't matter how wide the fire break would be, it's going to carry. So it's just one of those things. The only way to beat that type of situation happening is to have control burns so that the source of the fire is not there. If it hasn't got the fuel, it can't burn. Our friends that have got that colour, green, don't believe in that, of course, and most of the politicians follow them blindly. Anyway, we all, with people with a bit of common sense, know that, but common sense ain't common too much anymore. Thanks for the update on that meeting date there, Gary. The third Saturday will. It's pretty close to my birthday. Third Saturday, I think my birthday might be on the Thursday. That was when the doctor slapped my mother instead of me when she saw me come out. But anyway, VK4EM with the group VK4FAX.
Yeah, Roger Don, VK4FAX with the group, VK4 Echo Mike. Thanks for the advice on the fire breaks. And when the bushfire went through here, and it was all sort of, everything had calmed down a fair bit. I was still having trouble. I couldn't. Most of my fencing here was iron bark and old iron bark. The old rails and posts. and yeah, we had awful trouble trying to keep them out. You know, we go around the fence line and they had a trailer with buckets on it, and we thought we'd put the fence posts out and get around a bit further and look back, and you know, they're on fire again. Anyway, it had all sort of settled down, and the fireys gave me a hand to put the posts out, and they sort of left. Well, they left the here, but there was heaps of them in the area at the time, and it was about probably 300 metres away. And I looked down the back paddock. I could see a little bit of smoke down there, and I said to Denise, before I could say to Denise, it looks like there's a fire down there. It just went, whoomp. And the fire guys seen it at the same time, and they raced over, cut the fences, and got in there and put it out very quickly. So yes, I wasn't here when it started, but Denise is afraid of fires now, or any smoke, or the smell of smoke gets Denise very worried about it. And Russell, the driver's licence, well, they've been advertising on the radio and TV, saying that when you go to, if you're 75 this year and you go to apply for your licence, you have to have this form. And Denise was in town, so she picked up the form for me. And the first page is, my information. The next page is the doctor, and the last page is the optometrist. And apparently the doctor's a bit wary about it because they're trying to put the blame, if something happens to the driver, like you have a heart attack or, you just fall asleep when you're out driving or something like that, they're asking the doctor to, qualify us, saying that, does he think we're suitable to be on the road? So that's worrying the doctors because they don't want that handed back onto them. So yeah, mine is coming up in November, so I'll know all about it. But I don't have to apply for my licence this year. I'm paid up till next year. So I guess I still have to go. Well, I've got the form and I'll go through the steps and see what happens. One of the fellas that I know, had to get it done too, and the doctor didn't want to give it to him. I tell you what, if they don't give me my driver's licence, I'll be buggered here. How am I going to get around? How am I going to do anything? Just drive without a licence? I don't know. What do they expect? Magic carpet, I suppose. All right, back on to you, Russell. Good evening all. Great to hear you all on there tonight. And all the very best. VK4 Hotel Lima Romeo, VK4 Echo Mike in the group.
VK4 Echo Mike in the group, VK4 HLR. Yeah, now you got to be a good boy, Merv. You can't go around driving with no license, mate. I know. Believe you, in June I turned 80, mate. And I've been filling these damn forms out and taking them to the doctor and then to the optometrist, and everybody's making a quid on it, mate. That's the only reason they're doing it, I think. Get more revenue in. But now, well, we'll see what happens when it comes, mate. I'm not particularly worried about it. I think I'm due to expire, I think. But I'm a bit luckier because I got Ian just about 10, 11, 12 clicks away from me. He's been coming round and helping me with the radio gear, and I got neuropathy and I got the shakes. And I don't touch radios anymore. But I got Ian, VK4 Mike Echo Echo, and sorry, that's Merv. Not Merv. Oh, geez, I'm getting confused. That's Eric in Maidenwell, and Ian in Proston. They usually drop round to see if there's anything they can do. So Ian said, we'll run you up to the club. Anyway, I joined the club again, seeing I'm using the repeater. And I thought, yeah. I was surprised when I got there last at the annual general meeting, because the only person I knew there was Neil. the secretary. I thought, Jesus, he's part of the furniture. That's a lot of the other people I didn't know, they were all strangers, but yeah, well, we made ourselves known, and we met Gary and that and a couple of the other boys. But by that time, I think Ian and Eric will be back up again. We'll be a bit of a club, but that was all right. But Don, I know just how you feel, mate. I really do. I nursed my wife for 12 years, and I was off the radio for quite a while. And I kind of missed it, but it had to keep me priorities. I still do now. Like today, Wednesday, I go through, clean the house, change my bed, do the washing, and then if there's any time left, I get on the radio. But, yeah, that's all right. So, these things happen. I wanted to ask you, too, well, me and Merv, we used to run a net. Well, was it with the other place there? It was the IRLP. I had to find out whether any of the repeaters got IRLP on it. And, Gary, I did go on to that 146-800, and I could hear it clicking the repeater in, but it didn't click that one again as quick as it went in, so I guess I need to get my antennae up higher. I think it's a X7000 or 700, but it's up about 25 feet in the air more, and I can't hold it in there, so I haven't heard anybody on there anyway, so I think you said they upgraded it, but they couldn't put a bigger antenna up there. All right, about me bait, shall have me wings. It's VK4 HLR with the group, but we'll put it back to VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Go ahead, Gary.
VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta returning. Before we start off, before we close off the net, is there anyone else who wants to call in, say hello, goodbye before we close the net off? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing else heard on that. Yeah, I heard you put out a call on 800 there to see this morning. So you're getting into it. Yeah, I was having a bit of a Merv will inform you one day of our little addicts. When it comes to repeater hunting and roaming around, you can't get rid of... you think you could get away from people when you can't. But no worries on that one there. Okay, with that one there, nice to have you all on there. Not too many there tonight. As I said, there must be something on the idiot box there tonight. And but I'd like to thank VK4FAX Don in Toowoomba, VK4 Echo Mike Merv in near Pittswood, and VK4 Hotel Lima Romeo Russell in Wandai. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a net to. I would, but it'd be very quick and very lonesome. Hi. Anyway, with that lot there, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. I'll put one more call out. Does anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we close this net off? VK4BAD.
Thanks for the net, Gary.
Okay, nothing else heard. No worries there, Russell. You take care of yourself there. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. We hold this net every Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m, 1930 hours, on 146675 megahertz, through the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's repeater. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. I'll now return back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. Until the same time next week, this is VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, bidding you all 7-3. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you all again the same time again next week. VK4GRB.
Good night, Gary. Thanks for the net. Catch you all next week.
Thanks, Gary.